Welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day. We're in my garden, and what I'm going to show you today is how to make concrete pots. Now these are some I made a few years ago. They're really lovely and chunky and heavy, and then I finished them off with resin and crystals on top. So I'll show you the process, and let's go to a different space where I can make some mess and show you how to get started. Okay, this is what you're going to need. Over here, and I've got my worst flip-flops on because I don't want to mess up my nice shoes. A selection of vases. I've got different shapes and sizes here. You'll need some mortar mix, and this is, definitely cover your area with plastic to protect the floor. Mortar mix, this is rapid set. It sets in about 15 minutes. I've not used the rapid set before, but we'll see how it goes. You'll need 2 buckets, one to mix the cement in, and I put a plastic bin liner in. I'm going to see how that works. Oh, excuse me, my cups. So that, because it sets quickly, I want to reuse this bucket several times. So I am going to try and first mix it in there. If it doesn't work, I'll just go back to the bucket. You'll need some water. You'll need some cups to measure. Now this is 1 part water to 4 parts mortar mix. So I've got 2 because I don't want to contaminate the water. And then some stirring sticks. And you don't need any of these I've got around the outside. That's just to keep the plastic from blowing away. And let's just put those there. Okay, some stirring sticks. And you must protect your hands. So put your gloves on. I'm going to get mixing, and we'll make a couple of these. Okay, I've got my gloves on, and the way you mix this, and I'm sure everyone's is, every cement, just read the instructions. This particular one is you put water in first. I'm hoping this bag works. And then, so that's 1 part water. 4 parts mortar mix. I don't know if this bag trick will work, but we'll try. And the less water you use, the kind of harder the cement is. I'm just going to see. I want it to mix properly. So let's see. And that's 4. All right. I've got these paint stirring sticks. Hopefully that'll do. So far so good. I'm going to add more water because I want it to be pourable, because I've got to get it in those vases. So mix it thoroughly till there are no lumps. You can see in there, I'm stirring it. so good with the plastic bag. I was worried it might tear, but it's not. And easy clean up too. Alright, so that's mixed, and let's pick. Let's see, I'm gonna do, let's do this one, these two little ones first. In fact, I'm gonna get another cup, I'm gonna use this to spoon out the cement. Those little curly pieces at the top, they're so cute. And this first batch gives me an idea of how much I'm going to need for each of the vases. Right. I can feel it getting warm. Right, I'm going to go ahead and mix some more cement to fill the other vases, and you can see how wonderfully this is to clean up. So I'll come back once they've all been mixed. Let's pat it down. Well, I managed to make 5. I used 1 whole box of mortar and about 1/3 of the other, and so now, and it is setting really quickly. Usually I have used just regular cement and concrete that you just mix with water, and I leave them for about 2 or 3 weeks. These, however, I think I'm going to leave these for about a week, and then we will come back and reveal the concrete pots. Remember to use vases that you never want to see again. That's my tip. So I'll see you in a week and we'll get smashing. Okay, it's been actually a week. I left these, and I'm just going to demonstrate on these two how to get them out of the vase. These. And if you're using a long set concrete, then I would leave them for about 3 weeks, but this was quick set. And I'm not sure how all of them are going to turn out. I did see some air bubbles in some of them, and I'm thinking I'll just fill those air bubbles with some resin, colourful resin and crystals or glitter. So you will need for this part your vases, protective gloves, make sure they're heavy duty. These are for my MIG welding sculptures, but you can use heavy gardening gloves, a hammer and a trash bag. So I'm going to put my equipment on and we will be back. Next step, take your bag and you put your vase or whatever you've filled with concrete inside the bag, and put my other glove on. And then you simply start hammering. And I prefer to hammer from the bottom because it's less fragile. I'm going to turn the volume down for all of this. And then open the bag, and you can just, this is why you need goggles and gloves. because you're going to have to peel some of this glass off by hand. Don't ever do this without gloves. The bottom is going to be tricky because it's really thick glass. Just keep going round. I don't want these bits of glass flying everywhere. So the glass is flying everywhere. I'm going to put it back in the bag. And this is why. The bag is really, there's another piece. Thankfully not too many. So I'm going to put it back in the bag so it doesn't fly everywhere. I think the bottom just fell off. Another look. Yep, the bottom fell off. And now
thank you, Mum.
We're going to do just finish the top, which should be fairly easy, but keep it in the bag. Okay, let's pick up these couple of little pieces. So that is the first pot completed. I'm going to do the same for all 5, and once they all have their glass off, and I don't know if you can see, but there are some little bubbles, and I don't know if you call them imperfections, but I love this because it makes them look really organic, and these can stay out the entire year and won't crack, unlike pottery. So let me get on and smash the rest, and then we'll do the resin and decorating. Okay guys, so I've mixed the resin. I'm now going to decorate them today. All the pots are lovely. This, and here are all my crystals I'm going to consider using. So I'm going to put those aside for now, so they're not blocking the way. And got some great red ones, big ones and little ones. And I have tinted the resin red and blue with these cobalt blue and red powder pigments, mica powders. They give a nice solid colour. Excuse my head. I've also got some sea glass here, which I might consider using, and some really sparkly silver. So let me get on and pour. So I'm using these large silicone mats because I think it's just going to be easier to clean up, because the resin's going to run off and obviously stick. So let's begin. This one, I don't know if you can see, is really, really rough in texture. So what I might do around the bottom is put, and I had to make this base for it because basically this snapped in half. and I really wanted to have a tall one, so I decided to make it really rough looking, more organic, and I will probably at the bottom just like cover this in these little crystals mixed with some others, but I'll have to wait for the resin to nearly set to do that, otherwise they'll just slip off. And then I think I'm going to do some crystals around, like a helter-skelter of crystals around it. So this one I already put crystals on because, bring it back and forward to you, because it had a huge hole in it. I filled the hole with cement and then pressed crystals onto it. So let's do one at a time. They are so heavy. There's no way I could sell these. You'd have to pick them up. Okay. Let's begin with the two little ones. I thought I was recording, so I poured blue resin over this one, let it cascade down, and put blue crystals on the top. I've just done the red one. I've still got 3 more to do, so you can see those. I put fine red crystals on top, and now I'm going to add some bigger ones and pat those down. Sorry about that. I thought my camera was on. Never mind. Let's press those down, and I might add a little bit more red resin on top just to make sure all those big crystals stick. And a few more smaller red crystals. Okay, so those are those two. Now we're going to move on to the 2 bigger pots. Okay, I think I'm going to do the large one first, and I might mix red and blue together. So let's pour the red on the top first. And I'm hoping it's going to drip. I like what's happening at the bottom. And I'm going to do some chunky red crystals on the top of this one. Because it's big, let's sprinkle a few little ones as well. Yep, and let's do some red ones, little ones. Now at the bottom of this one, I am going to cover the base with the red, so I can place some crystals around the base. That will continue to drip. Now this one, I'm going to do blue and I'm going to put sea glass on top of it because I think this one's going to drip really nicely because of the grooves. And then with that one, I'm going to put some sea glass on top. Yeah, I like that. With, where are my skinny little crystals? My hands are covered in resin, so I'm going to take my gloves off and put a new pair on. All right, now for my favorite one. So I'm going to move you again. Okay, this one I'm going to put a little bit of clear resin over these to make sure they absolutely stick. Oh, sorry, don't mean to wobble you. And I think I prefer the blue over the red. Oh, I quite like this purple one. So let me then add some blue to the clear resin, because resin follows resin. Right, now for the top. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep wobbling you. And once they're dry, you can tip them up the other way and get reverse dribbles, as it were. All right, wow, let's see. I'm going to do a mixture of blue crystals. And over time, these do fade in the sunlight, but you know, the ones I've got in the garden I've had for, I don't know, 3 years, and you can still tell they're green. And where's the sparkly ones? Where's the sparkly bag? This will be a really nice reflection on sunshine. Yeah. Likey. Press that down. Okay, so we're going to let those sit. They'll take 24 hours to dry. I am going to embellish this one a little bit more, and I'll show you what I've done because I've got a ton of resin left over. So I will be back tomorrow when they're dry. Well, the resin has dried. I really like how they came out. I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. So the drips are the drips. And then there's the top of one. There's the top of another. And the red one. This blue one's gorgeous. Turn it around. You can see it better there. This is my least favourite. I mixed red with blue, and this is also the rough one that I had to mend with cement, but it's still going in the garden. It'll probably look better when it's out there. Let's go and find a spot in the garden for them.
And here they are, situated in my garden, and over here are the older ones. Now these colours are going to kind of get a bit more muted in the sunshine and daylight, which is fine because I really like how the other ones, and the other ones only did in green, different greens. So we'll see how these pan out over time. So I put them near the pool. I think that's a lovely additional art piece to the garden. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you make any and they're successful. See you next time. Bye.